So right now I'm messaging this dude named Brett Latimer. And Brett Latimer is a dog rescue guy that rescues dogs with his plane. He takes his airplane and goes and rescues dogs from a certain place to a certain place and brings them around. And it is the coolest thing in the world. And I found him on Instagram. My partner Frank on the show, he found it. He's like, "Do you know this guy?" And I was like, "No." So I followed him and I became buddies with him now, I guess, because he's a friend of a friend and he got my phone number somehow. And then somehow we connected right now. So now we're talking about dog rescue with airplanes. And it's awesome. It's so cool.
That's really cool. So he rescues dogs with
Yes, yes. Like if
airplanes.
they need to be transferred somehow, he'll fly out and go get them.
And what would be a scenario where you would like? I mean, pardon the ignorance, but it's like where that would be like they find like kind of dogs that have been abandoned somewhere, maybe,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
kennels that are overloaded.
Or kennels that are overloaded, and then there's other ones that aren't, or maybe that have a little bit of room or something like that, and or somebody that wants this dog or that dog,
How
he'll go and
cool!
get them.
Very cool.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. So right now he's got a he's got to get a new plane, I guess. So it's going to be a little bit until we can do an episode with him. But paparazzi is going to do an episode with him for sure because those
That's
are my
cool.
people. Like I said,
Hello, Amanda. Amanda says hello to you and I.
what up, Amanda?
A couple other comments. Some of the comments are still stuck over on YouTube, and they come over after we go live. But we got a hello from Cindy Hensley. Hello, Cindy. And Adventures of Joy, Arizona. Hello, hello. Um,
Mike, let's
yeah.
talk about gambling today.
All right. I love it. You know, I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking about that the other day because I've been watching you little play here on Instagram, and that's led me to now get fully loaded with gambling things on my Instagram
Yeah,
feed.
dude, I love gambling. It's so fun. It's so cool. However, you really have to pay attention, man. You cannot let it get out of control or else you're going to be in big trouble. Right? I mean, you've been in the
100%.
game. How long are you in the game for, Mike?
18 years I dealt, and then, well, I dealt for a couple of years, but then I managed. I was a pit boss and then a shift supervisor over the pits for, I don't know, 16 years. So yeah, I saw a lot of people, to your point, come in and have a good time, and then tragic endings of, I mean, well, I've seen tragic endings too, but I just mean like in a sense of come in, have a great time, win some money. I always used to say like the worst thing that can happen to a gambler is that you get super lucky like in your first or second play.
Yes.
Like,
That has happened to me, Mike.
yeah. And it kind of happened to me too.
Mike, that has happened to me. However, my mom was a dealer for
Hmm.
30 years, and she instilled in me something that I could never repay, and that is how responsible I could be. You know what I mean? And with the gambling, like she's like, "That's cool. You want to go gamble? That's awesome. That's fine. Have fun." However, just know that you need to write every penny down in your phone. Every penny. Not no joke, and don't lie to yourself because then it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But if you have a budget and you don't bust that budget, then you're the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're no problem.
Yeah, you can
Everything's
have fun.
fine. Everything's fine. You can go out and have a good time and never have a problem. Never let it get away from you. You know. But it's like I get like that same excitement
Yeah.
that I do like winning
Yeah, because
in
it's
gambling.
competitive. It's competition.
Uh
Right?
huh. It's a competition. I get that same thing as I do when I'm on stage with a guitar, playing music for people, or if I'm riding BMX and I'm doing the BMX thing, or and I just it's so fun. It's so cool, but I get it, man. Like, dude, it could be addicting. I could see how people could be addicted to it because, for instance, my wife was surfing. Nothing else matters to her. You know what I mean? Like she is like 100% on the surf train, and I never got it. Like I never understood it because surfing to me is cool, but it's like whatever, you know. Like I go
Yeah.
out there, have a good time, and my shoulders get sore, and then I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but my wife is like out there for 3 hours and like just surfing and just going, because she is definitely the Energizer Bunny who, when it comes to surfing, you know, she
Yeah.
loves surfing and loves doing that stuff. It's like, okay, good for you. Go do it. Go do the damn thing. And I understand because I did that with BMX. I was the BMX guy, and I was like, everything was on back burner and on hold. All you care about is that bike. I mean, I've lost many a girlfriend because of that. You know what I mean? Like, all you care about is that stupid bike. Yes, I have. Yes, I do. That's all I care about. You are correct. And it's like, that's how I told my wife. And I'm like, you know, you better be careful. I lost many girlfriends like that. And she's like, didn't even flinch. Like, yeah, good luck. I'm like, all right, well, so there you go.
Well, and when you talk about that, what's interesting is like you take all that about how we find hobbies or we find something in our life that we get a lot of joy from, drives us to want to get back to. It's really exciting. But then you add the element of money, where it's like, and not
Yes,
money like your wife, like where it's like, okay, it's going to cost me X amount to fly out there to surf.
that's right.
Like you can budget for that properly. What you can't budget for is your emotions and your credit card. You know,
Well,
like,
Mike, here's the deal. You walk in with the set amount that you're going to lose, not a penny more.
and that's the way to
And
do it.
that's found me
Yeah.
success. Great success. Like I just go in there with the exact amount that I'm willing to lose, and then I go play whatever I want. Like low, high, doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
if I want to go play to the high limit room, cool. But I only have a certain amount to lose or win, so it might be a short night. You know what I mean? Like if you're betting that much money, but it's you know, or you want to, if you want to play little money, start off and see if you can't build it up to big money. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah. It's all about a budget, and that's
it's all
yeah,
budgeting,
that's
dude.
exactly what I
It's
was gonna
it's
say.
just
Is
a
like,
good time.
yeah,
One time I've walked out of a bar. I went to Sports Life, right? Sporting Life or Sports Life?
yeah.
Sports Life.
I think Sporting Life. I
On
think.
On Jones.
Okay.
It was really cool, and I was playing in there, and I was like, all right, $20. And I go, if I get up at all, I'm cashing out. And I got up $2, Mike, $2, and I cashed out. I was like, yes, I won $2. That was it. Like, and I stuck to it, and that was it. I checked out. Later, see you later. Now I have played there since, Mike, and I've lost a couple bucks there. However, I've also won, so it's been a hit and miss. But you know what the thing is? I can check and see how much I won and lost.
Yeah.
No problem, because I have it all written down right here in my phone, like every penny. So no matter what, every single penny that I've won or lost at Sports Life is because I put down the amount, the exact. Um, so this is my whole budget, right? The whole budget
Yeah.
right here, and it's like the deposit, William Hill, and I did it from my phone, so it's $309. However, I upped it to 310 because I just wanted a round number to add up. I don't want those stupid little numbers. So I rounded up, and I always round up for the losses and round down for the wins. So that I'm 100% on board with whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer. Last year I did like $314 and whatever, $14 or whatever. And then I
Right.
had to try and add that all up, and in my head to keep it all tracked. But now it's just basic. We're going in blocks now. So
Right.
310, and the reason it's 310 is because I deposited 310 in my William Hill account, because but it really only gave me 300 because they charge you 3%.
Yeah.
And 3% was 309.
I love that you're keeping track of the fees too.
So the fees, yeah, the fees are dude. That's part of it, bro. Either
know,
you're gonna
and
play or
I-
you're not, dude.
I'm
That's
teasing, but I love it seriously because
yeah, because that's part of it, man. I gotta count that. I can't just be like calling out the numbers. You know what I mean? Like I'm paying
it's
to
so
play.
easy to lie to yourself because
Yeah, dude.
that's what I was getting at earlier when I was saying talking about the money and the different things is like what I think nobody really factors in when you start gambling is the emotional sort of thing
Oh
that can
God,
happen. You know,
dude, it happens fast, man. If you chase the bet,
ugh, there's
dude,
nothing
if
worse.
you chase the bet, you're done, and you may as well just go out and burn the money, because it's already gone. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's wild, dude. It's fun, but at the same time, you gotta watch it, bro. You can't get in there and go crazy.
Well, then it's really easy to like I said, lie to yourself, and we won't get into numbers here, but I know that you like because I think you were showing me like with your little chart and how you're keeping track of it, which I thought was amazing. But you were doing really good for a long time, right? And then all of a sudden, this is the case. Period with gambling always is you do really, there's streaks. It's a very streaky thing to live in, especially if you do it regularly. And so when you're doing good, you kind of start to feel a little comfortable, like logical people, even not just lunatics. But it's like you're like, okay, yeah. And while you're riding that high, you'll find yourself in spaces where you're like, yeah, I kind of get it. But then when that downturn comes, it kicks you in the nuts in a way that you can't. No matter how many times you've had it, you still aren't quite prepared for it.
You know what's crazy is I was playing at the high limit room in Durango, at the Durango, and there's a dealer there who's really cool, and I don't know if I need his name's Travis. He's coolest fan. I love the guy, really cool guy, and he told me the best advice I ever had,
What was that?
and it was TJ, you got to ride the lows. You got to ride them. You got to stick in there and just ride the lows, dude. And then when it's getting hotter, then you send it. But like, quit trying to make up the money in one shot, because Durango's $100 a hand. Like in the high limit. So $100 a hand. Sometimes I go to $250, and it's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? But I only do that if I win. Because if I lost, then I'm lost. Then I'm out. I'm done. You know what I mean? So if I build up the stack to where it's like now I'm making money, these are all far and few between these times though. All right.
Yeah.
So when I do that, like I found myself chasing the bet. So $100, then I Kelly bet it, and 200. You know what I mean? I lost, and then 300, and it's like, dude, you can't do that, bro. And Travis was like, gave me the best advice I ever got, which was like, dude, ride the lows, man. If you're eating shit, just eat shit for a minute.
Yeah.
Do whatever. Like, bet the lows and bet as low as you can when you're not feeling it and you're not feeling good. Because if you try and chase that bet, it's a wrap. And I was like, all right, yeah. And he was right. You know what I mean? Because
And I used to call it like you're trying to buy a win. And it was like, because it's like, okay, I've lost 4, I've lost 5. So this is going to, like, I can't lose 6. So I need to bet more because I don't, and I guess it's FOMO a little bit too. That fear of missing out is like, I've already gone through a bunch of shit. I don't want to win this hand, but win it at my base bet. I want to win this hand at a big bet. And so you pluck that big bet out there and you lose that thing again. And you've just lost your roadmap. It's like, you can't. And that's what kills people. That's what destroys people. Because the truth is like, I've seen people that, make, have a small living, make, 20, 30 grand a year, a long time ago, to millionaires that have lost the roadmap. Like, and it's always the same. It's just different amounts of money, And so like, I mean, I knew a lady one time that lost $1 million in a night. Wow. And she was not, she bet a lot. She would bet, I think, 10,000 maybe. But her normal, like, win-lose max ever, I think, was like 80,000, 100,000. She had a $100,000 line. She would not lose that much. But one night, just all things lined up, and she took out every bit that she could, and then more, and she lost. It was like well over $1 million. And
Jesus Christ.
And she was wealthy, but she was not able to lose $1 million comfortably. Like, it messed her up bad. I had a friend who went out gambling, and he would play pretty good and win and lose, whatever. But out of all the times he ever played, he never did this one thing. And the one thing he did was max out all his credit cards. And it was just one of those nights where
I don't even want to hear that.
Yeah,
like
cash advance.
Dude, cash advance
boom,
on the
boom,
credit
boom.
card. Like, dude, that is so scary to me. I would never get it. I won't even get a marker. Like, if they offer me, hey, do you want a quick 10 spot? And I'm like, hey, no. No. I can't wait to lose that money, dude. Are you crazy? No way, dude.
Yeah, because the easier
I'm not
that it is.
ever taking
Yeah.
a marker. So listen, if you're watching this and you are a part of the casino, do not ever offer me a marker, all right? Or else I am not going to be very nice to you. I'm just kidding.
No.
But please do not offer me a marker. I would never take that. I never want one. The answer is absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because it is a bad look, dude. You're in trouble when you get into the markers, the Dana White land and all that. Like, and then John Saraceni and like
Dude.
these dudes are like playing for real. Like
Yeah.
I'm playing for sport.
And that's all anyone should play for. Because I don't care, and that's what going back to the Instagram thing. One thing I wanted to touch on real quick is we had, I think it was someone said that they sent me a DM on Instagram. Cindy, I never check them, but I will check my DM. So sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you or not see it. But one of the things I always said was, oh shoot, where's I got? Oh, you watch all these Instagram channels and all these people, and everyone with their method, their system, their whatever. There's no such thing.
There's no such thing, bro. There is no such thing. Here's the two chances that you got. Two choices that you got as a gambler. And this is coming from a guy who was born in Las Vegas. And I've been around it my whole life. And I've seen it and done it all. All right? Every game. I know how to play Pie Gal, for fuck's sake. Everything that there is to play in the casino, I've played. I know how to play it. And I know how to play them well. But there are two choices. Quit or lose. That's it. Those are the two choices you have as a gambler. And I don't give a shit what you say, but the winningest gamblers that I know, the baddest dudes, the biggest time rich guys, they just have fun. They love the game. They love the sport. John Saraceni, like another badass dude who's like one of the funniest dudes I've ever met. Like he's funny as shit.
Yeah.
And he's in there just killing them. But sometimes he gets fucking smoked and he's like, dude, do not, follow my footsteps. Like this is a heavy slam. And then one other time he'll be like, all right, that was sick. And he kills it. You know what I mean? So the dude, like he can, I've seen him win more money than I've ever seen anybody win in my life. Like I've seen him just completely kill it. That Steve will do it, dude. That hangs out with Dana and all that. Like they're always gambling at Red Rock and stuff. They're great dudes. Good times to watch. Like I love these guys, and I love watching them. But like I don't know how much they've lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't either. And that's what I was saying with when you were talking about doing that little thing in your book.
Yeah,
when you had your little slide that was going bad.
Yeah, dude.
If you wouldn't have kept track of it, I mean, I would even.
I would have purposely forgot. You know, I would have said, "No, I'm out. Let me go get a drink real quick."
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, when you go on those little slides, it's like, and I've done this because I've gambled more than I should to, and I've lost more than I wanted to. I don't gamble anymore. I never got into the trouble where I couldn't like afford my rent or anything like that. But I definitely gambled more than I wanted to lose. I at one point, a couple points when I was younger, I did the the cash advance on a credit card. Like paydays on Friday. Oh yeah, a few times.
Mike, that's
like,
bad,
dude. Terrible.
That is all bad.
And there's nothing more embarrassing than going, because like the first time I did it, I didn't realize I had to go over to the cage to get my money.
Oh,
and I'm like, and I work in the business, so I'm just like, like I'm doing the walk of shame to the cage. I'm like, yeah, I just did a little cash advance.
That's what I call the walk of shame for when I go to the truck stop. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes, I go to the cage and they're all sweet, but it's like I know that they know what I'm in right now. I know that they know, you know what I'm saying? It's just shameful. And I'll tell you what, you lose that money every time. Almost every single time. It's
100%.
You're never gonna win when you're desperate. When you're like, I just need to win. No, you're not gonna win. Pack it up, go home. And from the beginning, the point that you put is exactly right. And your mom was right. Is it's like it's just entertainment. And back to even like talking about Roxanne with surfing. If it's just something that you do because you love it and it's fun, that's awesome. Just take the equation out for yourself to where you can get emotional and bury yourself, because that doesn't exist in anything else we like either, right? Like Roxanne can't go have a great time surfing, but maybe miss a wave and then be like, I'm gonna fly to Hawaii now, and like buy 12 surf. Like there's no other hobby where you can bury. I mean, except from shopping maybe, where you can get emotionally upset and ruin your life.
Yeah, for real, and chew you up and spit you right out. And that's why I keep track. And I tell my friends that have gambling problems, because I don't. No, I tell my friends, listen, dude, the only difference between you and I is that I keep track of every penny, and I can tell you exactly what I have won and lost, and that is so important because when you look at it on your phone and you see the exact numbers and you add them all up for real, and you say, okay, cool, I'm still good. You know what I mean? Or I'm getting close to the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's more like it. You know what I mean? Then you have a good night, and that brings you back. And okay, cool. Now I got a little more money to play with. But now you know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it goes for sports gambling.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest bullshitter in the planet. I don't know what's going on with that. I love it. But I love it. I love it too. Homeless Jack's calling.
Makes the game
just in time.
Fun.
Yeah, Jack.
Car's paid for.
Ah, good boy. Good boy.
I came back here. It's warm enough. I'm laying out in my bedding shit and going to get a straight sleep.
Yeah?
Being in that car.
You're going to get yourself a nice straight sleep?
You know, with the pads.
Yeah. In your spot. Right behind PT's. Right.
I got to go back out tonight so I have some money for my day off.
Hey, attaboy. Attaboy.
Be nice for you to bring down some steak sandwiches or something.
All right, I'll see what I can't do.
Don't forget the side lobster.
Okay.
You can't do.
All right.
Bring the dogs down later.
All right, Jack. Cool. I'll go fuck yourself. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bring the dogs later.
All right.
For those of you that don't know TJ well enough, that's how TJ talks to his best friends. That's how we talk to each other. It's all fun. Good old Jack. I love that he hits you up, and I love that he wants some steak sandwich. He's kind of joking, but he's dead serious, right?
He's kidding on the square.
Someone said Mike and TJ needs to be on the Amazing Race. That would be fun. I had to be telling you slow down the whole time.
Yeah, you would be telling me to slow down, and I would not be. I would be going faster, and I'd be like, Mike, just close your eyes. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I would have an ulcer by the time it's done. But we would have fun in between. I've never really watched The Amazing Race, so I don't really know all the details of it. But it would be fun to do something together. We need to go out and do like a poker tournament again. We haven't done that in a long time. That was fun. You like playing in those poker tournaments still?
Yeah, I love it, dude. Let's do it.
How do you manage your ADD, though, with the poker tournaments?
Sometimes, bro, sometimes it gets me, man. Sometimes it gets me. Like, I'll be halfway through, and I'll be like, I gotta go. Pinky slide. Just pinky slide that shit. And then I'll accidentally win that sometimes, you know what I mean? I win the pinky slide, a little bit of draw back out or something. I'm like, all right, that's cool. That makes me happy. Let's go.
15 minutes later.
Yeah, I'm out.
Do you have any good poker stories from when you played, like, live?
Yeah, I do. I played in a $25,000 buy-in at Aria.
Okay.
It was a big deal, like this big crazy poker tournament, and I got sponsored the buy-in. So I would never, because I can't spend that money on gambling, dude. No way. But they they wanted me to come do it, and I said, yeah, let's do that. And I was filling in for a guy because one of their quote unquote celebrities got sick or something. It just couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Right. Regardless, they probably got a real job. So they gave it to the D-lister, me, and so I went there, and I played in this tournament, and then what's so crazy is that me and this dude, like this pro gambler guy, we I get matched up with this guy, right? And then I was like, all right, cool. And this other pro gambler like gave me some lessons on heads up poker the day before, because I don't really know heads up poker very good.
Yeah.
Because you got to make it to the end of a tournament to make that, and I never have done that in my life. So I was like, all right, cool. So I got the lessons, then went over there, then did the thing, and then I got I got a hand. I was like, all right, cool, man. And then I got into the hand, and I got like the third hand in, I got one of the all-in hands.
Yeah.
And I was like, all in. The guy was like, call. And I was like, all right. So we both flip him over. And I was like, whatever happens, happens. And I drew out on the guy. Like I beat him
That's
by
everybody's
like
favorite.
by a little tiny. I mean, it wasn't like his hand was like smashing mine, but I definitely was losing the hand on the flop, and so barely though. Like it was like a coin toss essentially, right?
Yeah.
So like I think it might have been, I don't remember what it was, but it's on TV, whatever it is. So then I beat him and ended up drawing out on the turn. So then he was like, "Oh, I knew it," you know what I mean, and all this. And he got mad and stuff, but he was really cool. So he just bounced, and then I bounced, and then I just said, like in the interview after, I was like, they were like, "TJ, this is your first tournament. You got the guy out in record time. Like that was the third. I mean, what was it? 1 minute?" And I was like, "Yeah, like this is a really easy sport." Like they were like, Jesus Christ. I was like, dude, but I was just kidding. But then the next day I got paired up with another guy who's a pro gambler, cool dude. And I don't remember either one of their names because I'm an idiot. But this guy was badass, and he's an older gentleman, like probably like 10 years older than me. So he's almost like he's on his way out, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like no, he's cool. He's cool. And then he was like, we chatted it up and we talked and we had so much fun and we were chasing each other and we were up, down, up, down. 3 hours, Mike. 3 hours I played heads up poker with one of the baddest dudes in the world. And it was so fun. And I like at one point I was gonna beat his ass. I was winning. You know what I mean? That was it. I was gonna win this 3 hour mission. And then all of a sudden
Tide turn.
the ADD kicked in. No, just kidding. No, I don't know. I lost, dude. I lost head straight up. Oh, you know what happened? Then we both got into the money. We both got into the thing. And it was, I got in with the right cards and I was beating his ass same way as the day before. And he got the turn. And then he caught the turn. And he goes, dude, I drew out on you. There's no way that's legit. Like I feel bad about it. You know what I mean? I was like, I felt bad yesterday when I did the same thing. So I felt so bad that I got into the day too.
So was that tournament was all heads up?
Yeah.
That's cool. I used to play those. You know, when online poker started, I played a lot of online poker.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I loved it because I love poker. And it's just nice to be able to play from your house and not have to leave, and it's really healthy and good for you too. but you know, we always loved poker. But there used to be like those tournaments where they were heads up, and you know, like, and I loved heads up. Heads up's wild because it is a whole different strategy.
Yeah.
You know, when they're playing 8 people at a table.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. But it was fun, man. And then I went into another poker tournament. It was a little less of a buy-in, but I got in there, and it was in Resorts World. And it was upstairs in the Resorts World ballrooms. So we went in there, played that. Not that one, the ADD kicked in. I was killing it though, but I made it to the second table on that one. So like, because that was a faster tournament, you know, quicker deals, quicker. You know, it was way faster. It wasn't 2 days or nothing. It was 1 day trip, it was 1 day kit, and that was it. So I was doing good, and I was like, man, I think I might win this thing. And then I got in all in, and I had jacks, he had queens, and he won. You know what I mean? So it was like. Because Jax, I was like, dude, I just won the world, and
Poker's tough, man.
he had queens, yeah. So I was like, yeah, whatever.
My 2 best poker stories. One is when I won, and one is when I lost. But the first time I ever played, well, you and I went and played like live poker when we were young. I feel like right in our didn't we like early 21s? Went to, I think it was like the Orleans maybe. Like, do you remember that?
I do. I remember the exact date.
Yeah, like
I remember the exact day and night, and I had that friend come in, and we had so much fun.
Yeah, because we were both still like really green, like we were like a little nervous trying to get to the tables, figuring it all out. Because poker is like, if you've never played it before live in person, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's
intimidating a little
very
bit.
Intimidating is the word I'm looking for. And poker players are fucking jerks.
They're the cab drivers of the industry. They are just. They are
know,
just
every one of them knows
pricks.
everything.
They're such
Yeah.
pricks. They could tell you all the hands. Like I just told you, jacks versus queens. Like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, dude. Like,
And if you call them and beat them, it was your fault all the time. And there are some bad plays, but that's poker. Like you love people that play bad, but like there's a lot of like if you go out of turn and you kind of like if you put your bet in one time early, it's like they just are just the cuntiest of people. But the game's fun, and there's cool people too. But so the first night I went and played by myself and played No Limit was at the Palms, and I went in there, and it was like I had to work up the courage to go because I really wanted to play, but I was also just intimidated. And I think I'd gone with you before, maybe another friend, but never by myself. So I bought in like I think $400, which was well beyond what I had, but I knew I'd have something, and so I sat down at this table, my $400. And played like one or two hands, and there was this Asian guy that was the mouth, like he had the whole table ran. He had a ton of chips, and just a jerk. But like he was. So I sit there and like I don't know, man. It was early. I want to say on like fourth hand something. I get pocket queens. And so I'm like, okay, and and I play it, kind of slow play it, and he is aggressive on every single hand. So he pushes me pretty hard. So I don't know what the number is, but I'm up to maybe $80 pre-flop. So I'm in, but I'm still playing it slow. Flop comes queen something.
So you got 4 queens now.
So there's I have 4 queens, and there was like a flush draw there or something. I can't remember, a straight draw maybe. But I knew that I had won. And so he bets a big bet. I check. He bets this massive bet. And at this point, I'm like my acting kicking. I'm like, I'm just gonna act really nervous, really uncomfortable, and I'm gonna just like take my time to follow. So I drew him in on every bet until he bet me out of all my money.
Okay, Mike.
And then we have to play over our cards. And I think he did have like a straight or a flush. But he pulled me all in the hand, and I won all of his money. And he was so fucking mad at me. Like he was like, it was one of those things where he's like, "That's how you bet, you pocket queen." Like he's giving me the lesson.
Yeah.
As I have all of his money in front of me.
That's exactly how I bet.
And I played
Isn't it amazing?
3 more hands, and I was like, I gotta just take this money and leave. And then he was mad again because I cashed out. And yeah, so that was again. Winning early is not always a good thing because I feel like I figured out poker pretty well. And I had a lot to learn. But then one night, there was another night where I was playing a long time, and there was another older Chinese lady. She was very good, but she was very, very, you knew exactly what she had by how she played. Like she didn't, like her bet structure, everything was like dead on every single time. So I had her nailed. Like I knew it. What I wasn't paying attention to was there was this other kid at the table who was just obnoxious as shit and drinking constantly. And he started getting her to take shots. And I saw it, but I didn't think about it. And so I ended up in a heads-up hand with her where I don't remember the cards, but I had a really good hand. And based on how she had played, I knew that I had her beat. The problem was that she was drunk. And I didn't realize that. And so she ended up staying in the hand the whole time where I think I went all in, and she drew on her last card, which was not the way she would ever play. And I was like, fuck. But again, it was like, as a poker player, I should have known better, because that also factors in. Yeah, and I walked away from the table and was like, I'd call it a night. Lesson learned. But
that's funny, man. It's poker's fun, man. Poker's a good time. The best game I ever played, I think. Well, I played a lot of really, really fun games at Talker's house and the Talker poker dudes. We had, there's the best stories in the world, right? Even
I played there with you a few times.
Wild times there.
Yeah.
Really, really fun times, good times. Everybody was great, and we had the best fun and the wildest things. But the one of the funnest games that I ever went to was I drove to L.A. and played at Kevin Pollak's house.
Oh, awesome!
And it was so badass. And I met him at that heads up poker tournament.
Yeah, that's
and
so cool.
He was like, "Yeah, I got a cash game. I got a cash game, and I got an opening if you want it." And he called me one day, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And he was like, "All right, come out Wednesday or whatever it was." And then he's like, Wednesday, I think. And then I was like, "Yeah, sweet, dude, I'll see you there." So then I went to his house, and we played, and it was so cool, man. We had so much fun, and it was such shit talking, and my tongue is sharp. Let's go. You know what I mean? So like, I'm
Because
down for
that is
that.
the fun of poker. Is like it is fun to sit there with your friends. We used to play as kids with our best friends. There
Yeah,
would be five,
all of
six
us.
of us.
Yep.
Remember, we used to play the dumbest games. Like the dealer would call the game, and it'd be like twos, fours, and aces are wild. Like it's like everybody had
Yeah.
a royal flush. Like it was as we'd keep playing, it would just get like more silly. Yeah, I love playing poker. We talked about doing a little poker podcast, which I still think would be a lot of fun, but we would have to. I don't know if it'd get a little out of hand. But I just love the element of bullshitting with your friends and then playing a game and then the fun of winning and losing in that. So maybe one day we'll do that. Are there any gamblers in here watching us right now? Do any of you guys gamble? If you don't, good for you.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't gamble at all, and
Me either.
early on I was kind of
I don't get it.
I was like, come on. And she's a dealer. That's what we met at the casino. But she never got into it, and then thank God, because actually every time I had a girlfriend that dealt or that gambled, it wasn't good. Like it just wasn't. It's too easy to get carried away. I remember I went gambling with this. It was one of my ex-girlfriends, and then our friends. They're all casino people, and that couple was crazy. They would fucking gamble like crazy. And while we were at the bar, they were playing, I don't know, video poker or something, and they had already lost, and so now they're up to the $5 machine. And this dude had borrowed money from me, and he was a good friend, so I trusted him. But I'd pretty much given him all my money so that I couldn't lose. So it was great. But then he had lost so much that he kept leaving the bar and driving to the bank, which was like a mile away, to take out money. And I just thought it was the funniest thing that he's losing like $2,000 in this slot machine, but he didn't want to pay the ATM fees.
Dude, I am with that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I swear to God, I lost all my money the other night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no more money. I go, oh, well. And then I go, ATM. And then I go, yeah, right. I'm not paying those fees. I didn't pay the fees. And I hit the ATM on the way home and then took the money home. And I'm not paying the fees, dude. I refuse. I refuse. That's why I'm with Bank of America, because they have every bank. There's so many Bank of America tellers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They tried to pass a law. I feel like it was like 10 years ago, because I was still working when I remember it came in. And it was that the casinos, I could be a little off on this, but the way that I remember it was that the casinos were trying to allow them to put like card readers in slot machines, and then even in the table area. And there is a law against that, and they didn't pass it, thank God. But essentially, so that would be, you didn't have to get up to go get money. That everybody could just, and I'm telling you, if they'd done that, this town may have folded up. Because
this town would be Dubai.
Yeah. Yeah. The town would be rich, the people would be very poor. Yeah, I like talking about gambling. We'll have to keep doing it. I need to go load up my sportsbook account. My ID expired, so I have to go down to the casino, and I'm just being lazy.
So that's called the walk of shame. I make myself walk to the truck stop.
Right.
The dogs are doing their job. So I walk to the truck stop, which is 1.5 miles, 2 miles away, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But in any case, when I run out of money on my account, William Hill account, which is about once a week, I make myself walk to the casino and do the walk of shame. And the walk of shame consists of me walking all the way down to the truck stop and then waiting in line. And dude, and when I'm waiting in that line, a few times people have recognized me, Mike. And they were like, "Oh, you're that dude. Oh, yeah. I used to watch you every day and ride BMX and da 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 da. You live right up the street, don't you? Your jumps are right in the backyard." And I go, "Not anymore." And then I'm like, yeah. And they're like, "Oh, dude. Oh, you're degenerate too." Yes, I am. I get you.
Yeah, it's fun. That walk of shame.
The walk of shame, bro. I am so shame.
I am too. So I don't gamble much anymore. Love seeing TJ on the Heads Up series. So,
Oh.
he said that he watched you on there, and also said, as a full-time poker player that loves the challenge, was fun to see that mashup, and was not expecting to see you there. Oh, that's awesome! You're a full-time poker player. I can't at NV. Yeah, that was one of the things. There was a period of time where I was like, man, I would love to go try to be like to play poker, because I have the patience for it, and I've loved it since I was a kid. Like we've played it since we were.
That's what I said.
kids,
That's what I told the guy. Like when he called me, he was like, "Hey, can you play poker?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, I'm born in Vegas, bro.
Yeah.
Any game, anytime, anywhere, no problem." He was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, anything." He's like, "What is it?" He's like, "Heads Up." I was like, "Oh, oof." I haven't played that. I never played Heads Up, but I'm down. I mean,
Had you not ever played Heads Up before?
no, never in a
Just
tournament.
At the end of our little tournament.
Just in the end of our little tournaments and at Talker's house. That's it. I never played Heads Up for real. You know what I mean? Like against somebody for real and not let alone a pro.
Did you like it? Did you like the Heads
I
Up?
loved it.
I feel like it's
Loved
perfect
it.
for you. Like that's good for the ADD in the sense of like it's more competitive, more fast paced. It also can get slow, like you said. You spent 3 hours. The challenge of Heads Up is like the money management side of it.
And I'm not a problem with that. I'm good with that. But it's the being bored is the
Right.
fucking worst. Dude, swear to God, it's my superpower, yet it is my biggest kryptonite.
Your kryptonite.
Yeah, dude, is being bored. And that's like with everything. With golf, I can't do it, dude. Golf, I can play 9 holes, and that's only because I'm looking forward to being done at 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dude, an hour and a half, 2 hours or something is just like, Jesus Christ, dude, let's go already. You know?
Yeah. And that's what, like, it's always been fun to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And then when you're
For
ready
sure.
to go, it's like when I bring a 6-year-old. It's like, oh, this is super fun, and you're like, you ready to go? I'm like, the movie just started. We're only 20 minutes in.
Yeah, dude.
You're like,
what are you
yeah,
talking-
I've had enough. Let's go grab some dinner.
We get the point. We understand. You know what I mean? Like, dude, those fucking previews were 20 minutes long, dude. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we
Why is this
doing?
thing still happening? This concert's cool, but I've heard these guys on the radio before. I don't need to be
We
here.
can listen to the radio on the way home, all right? We'll listen to the CD on the way home.
Is there something that holds your attention infinitely? Like, is there something that you can that you could sit with for a few hours?
Absolutely not. There's nothing in the world that I like that much. Like, no. I'm not even a massage. Like, if you're getting a massage, like, I'm like, all right, dude, this thing's getting
You're
old.
like 40 minutes is up. Let's move on.
Let's go. Let's get
Do you ever do like a 2-hour massage?
wrap
What's
this
the
up.
longest
I
you
do 2 hour massages. Like, why? Because I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I fall asleep and then I wake up brand new. I'm ready to go.
Well, we're around 45 minutes. I'm going to pop up a few comments because we've missed a few. Looks like Courtney Hill says, TJ, huge fan of you. I've been a fan for years.
Thank you, Courtney.
It says, I love TJ. TJ and CT are keeping me watching the challenge. We're getting ready, getting close to a new, hopefully getting a new season of the challenge here. Are you able to, do you have anything that you said? Do you know, are they making a new season?
Season 42 of the challenge. Yes, we are making
It
it.
is greenlit.
We're greenlit. We're ready to go.
Sick.
I don't know when or where, but we are going to do the damn thing soon. And it's going to be badass. And I can't wait. And I have no idea what the show is going to be, but
We talked about this in the past, but I don't think that I ever understood. So I'm going to ask you now. Is that we talked about like when you do go back out to start shooting the show, and I understand there's a lot of secrecy around things, which is fine. But like, let's just say you were going to shoot the show next week, and you were going to, which he's not. But would you be able to at least say that you're shooting the show at that point, or is it still, like we have to wait till you're there for a month before you can kind of let people know you're, not even where you are necessarily, but just that you are working on it? What is kind of, what do you have to keep quiet on, and what can you talk about when you are shooting?
I got to keep quiet on the place that we are shooting.
Right.
I have to keep quiet on the who's there, who's doing what, and what is going on.
Right.
And the gist of the show. So, like, I keep quiet on everything.
Yeah.
However, I can say that I can tell you that I'm filming, and that I am filming, and that the challenge was insane today.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So like
yeah.
like when we're doing this, when I'm wherever we're going, say we go to the Czech Republic or whatever, you know, like what we did before, then I'd be like, hey man, today was crazy.
You just have to keep it very vague. You're okay to say
Very
that you're
vague,
there.
very
Yeah,
vague.
which is cool.
I can't say CT won, you know. Bananas and CT got in a big fight. It was crazy. No.
I'm very excited. I'm sure many fans are. And again, I won't direct anything towards you. But what I'm noticing on social media right now is in the challenge groups is that some of the contestants are saying I didn't get picked, and so we're starting to like get little clues about who may be coming back.
Really?
So that's it's actually kind of fun too that it's so cryptic, like where it's like, because I've seen people like, oh, you know, like commenting on their ideas of what's gonna happen.
I like that, dude. I like that some people aren't you know, they're bummed, or they could be trying to throw you off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So
yeah.
it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool, and I have no idea who's gonna be there or not.
I kind of like it that way, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't care. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I don't want to know, and I don't want to know what it's about either. Like I'll get a script for the opener, the show open they call it. I'll get a script for the show open when I get there, or on my flight out there. Sometimes they'll have it ready. Just depends, because sometimes it's not 100% what it's, you know, what's what and who's what and what, you know, things change sometimes, dude. If it's not ready, or, you know, something happened, or somebody not showing up, and like there's a lot of people involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of things happen. So you have to be able to just go with the ebbs and flows.
It's amazing that they've been able to manage that type of thing for so long.
I know.
Like, you know, like you said, so many people going, being secretive.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
Like, it's like
There's
hats off.
still leaks, you know what I mean?
Sure.
There's still leaks, and I don't know how in the hell, dude. One time we were in Iceland, and the hotel was about 20 minutes away. The house that I was staying at, it was 20 minutes away. This is during COVID, and I remember, like, I went the back way, which made it only 10 minutes to get back to the house, which is a dirt road. It was like 5 mile dirt road. And I would just fucking haul ass down this dirt road, like in the middle of the nighttime. It was so fun. And I remember, like, by the time I got home, the winner was on Twitter
Of that one?
of the elimination I just did.
Holy shit.
And I was like, oh, and I called and I was like, yo, what was there?
Yeah.
Like, there is no way. It's impossible.
Yeah.
The 20 minutes that it took me to get home and get there, like somebody already had leaked it on Twitter.
With the challengers, when they're in the house, I assume, I think this is right, but they can't have their cell phones.
No, they don't have their
Like,
cell
yeah,
phones.
so
No.
And so until they get eliminated, you know, once they get back on the plane or whatever, gets their stuff together and head back, was the first. So they couldn't even have it that soon.
They couldn't have had it that soon. No way.
It had to be
But
someone on production.
it had to have been somebody somewhere somehow. And like, we were all like, man, somebody's got to be the leak. Like,
Yes. Who's mad?
yeah, somebody.
Got in trouble recently.
Yeah, like somebody's got to have. I mean, it was wild, dude.
Have you guys ever had, like, has any fans ever found their way to the show? Like, has there ever been a show where, like, someone figured out it was in Czech and figured out this is where the stuff was taking place? And, like,
No, never.
that's
Like,
also another reason not to do it in.
that's the reason why we don't say that we're going, you know? Like, because we don't want that. Because I'm sure there would be some leaked footage and leaked stuff, you know, whatever.
Bronte's in the chat. Hi, Bronte.
Hey,
She
Bronte,
said,
how you doing, darling?
Have you written a song about Jack? You should.
I
have one for
kind of
Laura.
have.
You do kind of, right?
I have a song, but it's not about Jack. It's just about a homeless dude named Mr. Paul.
Did you write that before you met Jack? Or is
Yeah,
it kind
I
of
met it
inspired
before
by
I met Jack, but that's because I always helped homeless people, and I always
Yeah.
had them ride in my cars and, you know, everything. So, like,
You've
it's
always
all the
done a lot
same
of
stuff, you know.
dangerous things when you're
This
in
guy
your
that I wrote about, Mr. Paul, he doesn't have any. He didn't say that he was a war hero like Jack does all the time. But he said he was in Vietnam and all that stuff in the song. So it's pretty fun. That was cool.
She said, I guess tickets to your New York show are showing up on the City Winery website.
Yes. We're going to Philly on the 2nd, New York on the 3rd, and Boston on the 4th. City Winery at all three, and it is, you get your tickets on citywinery.com, I guess. Citywinery.com, and the place looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I'm so excited. My first world tour, Mike.
It's exciting, man. It's exciting. I love it.
Dude. And we got a video, and you know what? I edited the video a little bit yesterday, and put some stuff in and out, whatever, and sent some stuff. And there's
Did
a couple
you start
new
putting them into the things we talked about, like the
Yeah.
song
I
covers?
started doing that. Yep. And we started. I'm just real stoked on it, Mike. I'm like, it's pretty fun. It's really cool. And then we got another show here in Vegas on the 13th at the Composers Room. So,
Oh, cool.
and then there's another show that we're lining up possibly in northern New York at a hotel, in casino or something. I don't know.
Very cool.
That one might be pretty cool too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, Mike.
So-
the
so
new
go
the new
along
career
with
is
that.
going good, man.
I love
the
it. You're a
the new
musician.
career is going good, dude. I'm a professional musician, Mike. You know
I
what
thought
I
you were
mean?
gonna be an actor too. Are you
I
gonna do
am,
as well?
Mike. I am. I'm gonna act in one of your movies again.
I gotta put together a movie. for
Yeah,
you.
dude.
I would love
I'll
that.
help you write that sucker too. Because why? Jack of all trades, master of none. You know.
Yeah, I love it. What kind of? If we could put a movie together, what kind of movie you want it to be?
I want to make a movie called. I'm gonna make a movie. We are gonna make a movie. No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a TV show. It is a 10 series, 10 episode series, and it's gonna be called Dog Barking. No, it's gonna be called. It's gonna be about a bunch of has-beens, washed up has-beens. Maybe he might have been an X game athlete. I was gonna say a high school football guy, because it's probably more relatable
Yeah.
than a washed up has-been BMX dude, because that guy is me. You know, it's not like there's only one of me, like washed up has-been. You know, I mean, there's a couple of us, but no, there's only so many of those. But Charlie, come on, Charlie, you gotta chill, babe. No, stay. Hey, no, stay.
Charlie's ruined your elevator.
Jesus
pitch
Christ.
here. She's
So
really
yeah,
threw
my
off your
story, man.
pitch.
But I'm thinking these dudes, and then I already got the badass car for it, the '68 Trans Am.
All right.
And these guys are going to be like all washed up has-beens, and then we're going to call it Glory Days.
I love it.
And so then we're going
We
to
have a little bit more of that worked out. We were gonna do that like 10 years ago.
yeah, we were
Yeah.
going to do this, Mike, and 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago, me and Mike were going to make a TV show called Glory Days. Well, that's still in the cards.
Yeah.
So
I
now
love
we're going
when
to do
we
that.
get
Washed
to-
up has-beens, and we just think that we're the shit. But you know what? I think what happened is we got that stolen from us, Mike.
Son of a bitch.
That we got that stolen from us, Mike.
That was such an original idea. I
Yeah.
just don't know how to. Our angle, I think, was too. Is it's like the idea is it's washed up people who
Yeah.
are unaware that they're washed up. Like they're
Yes,
still
yes,
living,
that's what it was.
Like in
Like,
their minds, they're still.
Dude, we're
living
still
legends.
just killing it,
Yeah.
dude.
Those
We're
are the
still
funny
just
people in real
just
life.
killing it. Like, and then we pretend like we're famous, so we walk into casinos and shit, and then like we're like, no autographs, please, and we're like, no autographs. Like anybody gets autographs these days, it's pictures, you asshole. like we're just saying, no, for real, no autographs.
Yeah.
So
like,
Q
why don't we
Ever,
get out?
my landscaper.
There
Q
you go.
Ever, the dogs. I mean, this podcast is fucking killing it, Mike. Well done.
We're at the 55-minute mark, so that's our bell to.
Okay,
to call it.
good. Well, hey, much love to everybody. Thank you so much for watching us, even though we really suck at this game. But we are very welcome to the world's most mediocre podcast in the whole entire universe.
Just two friends bullshitting.
Just
with
two
each other
friends
for their
bullshitting
own
about
sake.
gambling and fucking dogs and good times. All right, much.